Hey, what up? It's Sai. I have another battle against Ajit, not Ajit. I said Ajit in my last video, but that was wrong. It's Ajit. This is our second battle in a row because the first time we DC'd. But, yeah. This is probably the most fun battle I've had in a long time. So, yeah, here it goes. He sends in an electrode, and I send in my Steelix. He switches into his wall rain, and I'm able to set up a stealth rock. Then he uses surf, and it brings me down to less than half, and I roar out his wall rain into a Dodrio. His Dodrio is a substitute, and I'm able to set up a sandstorm, which weather gets changed like crazy this whole battle. His Dodrio uses agility, and I use Iron Head, and that actually ends up breaking the sub. And, yeah, hurt by sandstorm. He uses another substitute, and I roar him out, which I probably should have done that before, but this kind of worked out, so I'm glad I didn't roar him out the first time. Then he sends in a wall rain, and it gets hurt by stealth rocks pretty badly. He's hurt by sandstorm, but then he's got leftovers, so it's like weather stall. He uses hail, and I knew he was going to change the weather because of the last battle we had, which DC'd, so I used sandstorm, and it didn't really do anything except have another stall here. So he uses another surf, and that's gonna KO my Steelix. But he did his job very well, so I'm satisfied. Yeah. So then I send in my Vileplume, and he changes the weather again to hail, but it doesn't really matter too much for me because I use Toxic, and he's going to get health from the hail, I'm going to get hurt by the hail, he's going to get leftovers, then he gets hurt by poison. Then he uses Blizzard, which is going to be 100% accuracy in hail, and actually doesn't kill my Vileplume. And I use a Sunny Day, so now my speed's going to be doubled, and all my moves are going to be awesome. He gets health from leftovers, and he's hurt by Toxic. He uses Protect, and I was going to use Solar Beam, which I probably should have used Moonlight first, but still works out in my favor. Then I use Moonlight, and that brings me to almost full health, pretty close to it, but it didn't really matter. I guess it mattered a little bit, but I'm not sure. He uses Blizzard again, and it misses because it's not hail anymore, so it's not 100% accuracy. Hurt by poison brings him down to less than half, so he switches into his Ambipom, and then I actually use Solar Beam and it hits, and it brings him down to red health, and the Sunlight's strong, and he uses Nasty Plot instead of attacking, which attacking would have been better, but I don't think he would have killed it, I'm not sure, but whatever, it's not my Ambipom, not my problem. Not my chan, not my problem. He sends in his Electrode, and he explodes. Pretty predictable, because that's all Electrodes are good for. And he ends up KOing my Vileplume. But Vileplume did its job well, so I applaud it. And then I send in my Rhyperior, which this is where, the fun part of the battle starts right here. I got so lucky this whole time. So he switches into a Sol Rock, and I get hurt by Stealth Rocks. Now, a Fire Fang with max attack in sunlight, and it's a crit. Brings him down to less than half. But then I use it again, and it's not a crit. It doesn't do that much. No hacks. Then he uses Will-O-Wisp, and I'm burned, so that's lower attack. It's not sunlight anymore, so Fire Fang's going to do almost nothing. But he flinches, so I'm pretty happy. And then he switches into his Wall Rain, which is going to get hurt by Stealth Rocks. But I miss with the Fire Fang, and then I get hurt by Burn. We just get statused. So I use a Fire Fang, and it's a crit, and I think that mattered, because it's Burn, not the sunlight, and he's a wall. I get hurt by more Burn. He sends in his Sol Rock, and I get hurt by Stealth Rocks. I miss a Fire Fang again, and then he uses Zen Headbutt, and it brings me down to that much. And then I get burned, and I'm brought down to the red health. I use Fire Fang, and it kills it. Then I'm hurt by burn, and then he's dead. So it's pretty awesome. Then I send in my Groville, and he sends in a Regice. I thought I could do something because it has, Rock Slide. I thought that would kill it because Regice has pretty low physical defense, and it has the flinch chance, but it didn't flinch and it didn't kill it. So he uses a Blizzard, and it's going to KO my Groville. And then I send in my Haunter, and I know Regice has high special defense, but it's a Haunter. That's all it has, is special attacks. So I use Shadow Ball, and it brings it down to red health, which increases its special attack with the Patea Berry. And it uses Signal Beam, and I actually thought that was going to be like neutral or super effective, but it wasn't. It was not very effective, so I survive it. And I KO it with a Shadow Ball. Then he switches into his Dodrio, and Stealth Rocks KOs that. And that's good game, Ajit. Rate, comment, subscribe. Check out Midnight Moon League, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.